Silence. Hello.
Is it not? Is it falling? The microphone?
I know you didn't say anything. That's what you meant.
Leave the camera, now we're live.
We're live?
Yeah.
Is the audio live?
Yes.
Oh.
get them to sign in.
Good morning.
Good morning, children. Or rather, students. No more children. Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you, my dear. Hello, good morning.
Hi, morning, Kelly. Morning, Apurva. Do you want to take Mr. Mankani to the... You want to take Mr. Mankani? Look, the attention is on her. Following behind.
Hello, good morning. Nice having you. That's you. Hello, it is an honor to meet you. Oh, it's an honor to be with you. Good morning. Hello, gorgeous. Good morning. How are you? It's good. Wow. Hi there.
Very lovely to see you. Okay. Well done. Oh, well done. Well said. Good lad. Good lad. Excellent job. They've offered. Yeah, great. They've done a great job. Yeah.
So how are you doing?
Morning. Any other question?
I'll show you.
What we're going to do is we've got some scissors here for you to sort of officially open the library. And then we're going to have a light inside downstairs.
She should have been interviewing you.
So we'll be here for 1 hour now. There's some of our students also inside. Okay.
Lovely.
Would you like to take the scissors? Okay.
Would you like to have it?
No, this is all yours.
Okay, so nice big cut. Yes. Ready? Go!
Lovely.
Thank
Thank you.
Morning, Dolores. Congratulations.
Morning, Delano.
Beautiful.
How are you? Thank you so much. Thank you.
Guys. Okay.
Hello.
So, man, I'm going to take a seat over here.
Yeah. Hi, Chair.
This is our year 2.
How are you doing? You're taking a meeting? Are you? Not really much. Not long time, a little bit. Long time. Oh, really? 20 minutes. I love it. I love you guys so much. You are such an angel. Really.
Jason? Sure. Could you want to sit down and then I'm going to just, oh, you're going to. David. Morning, children. What's your name? Reha.
But they can also use this. Or there we go.
It's looking really beautiful.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm so proud of you all.
Well, we're
Super.
extremely proud, and we wanted to do something really special for you, Mrs. McNally, actually, in terms of founder of all forces of education, but particularly Regent, I know so close to your heart. Okay? And this morning, with some of our students, unfortunately, all of us can't be here, but what we are doing, we're having a live feed on YouTube. Okay, so our parents, okay, and also our school now, in the school today, are looking and seeing what's happening this morning. Okay, so they can enjoy as part of that. Okay, because we wanted to do things safely. So a warm welcome to all of our special guests this morning. And it's quite poignant. As I was driving in this morning, today it's 22nd, the 2nd of 22.
Everything second.
The same day as the Museum of the Future is opening. And thinking about our libraries and design, and I'm going to talk a little bit later about the design and the people that supported that. But in terms of the future, and the fact that at Regent, okay, and Fortis Education, we are concerned about innovation, always looking ahead, always forward thinking and thinking about what do libraries, what are they going to look like in the future, okay? And it may be some ideas now, but our libraries here, we're so fortunate to have them and the support from yourself and the board as part of that. So I just wanted, for the junior library specifically, I'll just hand over to Mr. Williams, who's just going to talk a little bit about junior library and the inspiration behind what's happened already this term since we've opened. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. It really does look fantastic. And I think a big thank you to the librarians for the amazing job they've done at organising this and getting it set up. I think a round of applause is in order there. And in one form or another, I've been part of the lower school here at Regent International School for 8 years now. And it's a privilege to now have such a fantastic learning space and to be here for the opening of this library, junior library. It's an amazing space, and we know that for all of us, learning starts quite often with books, and our experiences start with books. Whether it is that we travel the world with Tintin, like I did when I was growing up, we get scared with Goosebumps, like I did when I was a little bit older, or even now when I get to share Julia Donaldson stories with all of you in year 2, and we all have a laugh together, and we come together and we learn new things, whether it be rhyming patterns or exploring the world or whatever it might be. And 50 years ago, the Mankani family started their journey into education. And 50 years ago, Mr. King just mentioned that there was a Museum of the Future opening. Well, 50 years ago, there was no Museum of the Future. There was no expo. There was very little here other than a dream and a vision. And I hope that this library starts the next 50 years of that vision. So thank you very much. We really appreciate the board's investment in this, and it's a privilege to be here for the opening of the junior library. Thank you very much.
So we just got Mrs. Mankani has very graciously offered to read a short story to some of our year 2s that are with us this morning. So I'm just going to, just so that we can hear you, Mrs. Mankani, there's a little mic around the corner there, just click that one. And over to you.
Yes, please.
This is such a big book that I need help to hold it. Have you ever seen these big books? Do you read them when you come in? No? They're all up there. I've had my eyes on those big books. And whenever I'm at home and I'm reading to my children and I say, guys, it's story time, doesn't matter what they're doing, they come running. And you know, their favorite author is actually Julia Donaldson. Have you heard of her? Yeah? So we're going to read just a few pages of Sharing a Shell. Because it's so big, Mrs. Mankani is going to help me turn the pages.
Wow. Can you see it?
Look, a crab. A crab with no shell, running along by the sea. Tap, tap, tap. You can't come in. You can't share a shell with me. Oh, me. Oh, me. crab, hide. At last, in a pool, an empty shell. Quick, crab, scuttle inside. One crab, safe in his shell, under the summer sun, roaming all over the rock pool in his wonderful home for one. Look, a blob, a bright purple blob. What can this blob thing be? Go away, blob, whoever you are. You can't share a shell with me. I'm an anemone, not a blob. Please let me share your shell. Give me a ride to look for some food, and perhaps I can help you as well. Look, a fish. Jaws open wide. Fresh crab for dinner. Here goes. Out shoots a tentacle, quick as a flash, stinging the fish on the nose.
Would you like to come in the class? Okay. Sure. You can't see any pictures there.
You can imagine the
We
picture.
have a place around the round. If you'd like to join in now, are you sure? In like an audiobook.
Two friends sharing a shell under a sky of blue, romping all over the rock pool in a wonderful home for two. And we're going to stop here so that when you come to the library the next time, you finish the story on your own. Will you promise to do that? Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you, Mr. Mancani. And did we enjoy that? You too? Did you enjoy that? I did enjoy that. So you two, did we enjoy that? Oh, do you remember when you were in the junior library? Okay. So that's our junior experience this morning. We've got one more library to go to. Okay, so we're just going to pause briefly now, and then we're going to head upstairs to our senior library and also see some of that, also some of our seniors as part of that. So can I ask our special guest just to accompany Mr. Waterman to the conference room, just briefly, and then we'll head upstairs.
hard, use the library, become smart.
Oh, wow. In fact, we just show you around the corner. Just
Can we have a walk around?
Yeah, let's have a little look.
You guys want to take us around?
The idea is the flow of the library. The sort of
I love it. Lighting. I love lighting.
this is the sort of business lounge concept. So when the seniors, when they're not just coming to the library this is a bit like Hammer's business.
Yes.
There's a lounge experience.
For another.
Yeah, and there's some couches here. We've also got an also academic year. And there are some innovation. As well as the physical books, that's important. But what we're doing so this is part of that sort of senior side.
Inside the middle of the place.
You feel well, I mean, and the kids are safe, they feel inspired by coming in here. It's a nice, it's a fresh space, it's airy, well lit. So I just want to come to school.
We can't make children alone. Just sit down and read
There
a
you
book.
go. I was going to take us down here. Okay, guys, let's see. Performers are just going to stay on the side here. Sarah? Thank you so much, Mr. Bankani and our special guest for being here this morning. We've been in our junior library. This is now our senior library. And excitingly, our students, as we've been talking about, we're trying to then think of a name for our libraries also. Okay, so that's a competition that's coming up. And in fact, over the next 3 days, some of the students here, as well as students across the school, are involved in a variety of different activities happening in our libraries. Okay, to celebrate reading, okay, and learning within this really inspirational space. I talked about the museum of the future this morning, but it's also about our future and Regent's future and Broadway's future in terms of our core values. And part of those core values, we have that expression aspire, okay? And for me, there's the 3 words within that, okay? You've got passion, integrity, and excellence. And I think the passion comes from the people, Okay, and our students here, our teachers, the inspirational environments, and we're so fortunate from the investment of the board and to ensure that as well as the people, we have the environment to actually inspire our young people for the future. But importantly, that excellence, where are we headed? We're now in our senior library, and we are hoping for our students, now we're in year 10 this academic year, we're going into year 11, 12 and 13. Those students then going on to Oxford, Cambridge, MIT, the top universities around the world, and making sure that we have a bespoke program to really drill those students to ensure that they achieve their ambitions. And many of our more able students and some of those aiming for those big universities are here in front of you this morning. Okay, so we'll be there to support them on their journey. But importantly, outside of the passion and the excellency is the integrity, because ultimately what we do is important, but it's more important how we do it. Okay? How we work as an organisation, but also how we work as people day to day, how we respect each other, how we speak to each other, and all of those things culminate for me and my team here into this amazing space that we have in front of you today. So thank you so much once again for everything that you've done and you're doing to support Regent School and the community. We've got some short little presentations for you this morning from some of our senior students. So hopefully I've got the right order, so let me just double check. So I think first up we have Sarah, yeah, who's going to read us a short story. Sarah's in year 8, so Sarah, come forward. Maybe just come and stand where I am here, Sarah.
There she lay, hardly lifted, eased out of her wound in the water. I froze. She was going wild. It was like her joyful, colorful self was flowing out of her along with the blood. I had to help her, but I couldn't. She tripped on my ankle. It felt hot and tender. I looked down and it was turning from a beige to an indigo. But that was the least of my worries. The pale body let out a groan. I looked up and hoped that she was still alive. Nothing. The lake around us was quiet. We were surrounded by emerald green bushes. There were a few frogs hopping over lily pads that were drifting across the surface of the lake. The aura of light coming from my surroundings contrasted the dead aura from her corpse. The pond was a translucent, murky, army-green color. It was revolting. We still loved coming here, however. It's ironic how the place where we made the best memories would be the place where we now have the most petrifying, scarring memories. I snapped out of my gaze. I was still discombobulated from the lifeless body before me. I looked up. It was getting dark, even though it was only noon. I had a feeling it was about to rain. I had to get back to school.
Thank you so much. I like the last bit. You have to get back to school. Yeah, that's a good thing. Yeah? Okay. Thank you. And I know she's very keen on developing a sort of a journalistic career as well as part of her writing. So we wish her all the best with that. Okay. And now we talked about innovation this morning and how we think differently here at Regent. So we've got quite a special sort of a rack now to sort of entertain you, and from some of our year 8 students to make sure I've got this right. So we've got Pamela, Luna, Kimia, and Susanna. Okay, you want to come forward? Okay. Give them a round of applause.
Can we rap with you? Give us the chorus, okay? We'll rap with you. Honestly.
Hey, over
day.
There are so many facts to learn.
Come on. With persistence, a constantly reacting place. Grasping CO2, we are hopping on a race. Around different planets, let's not persistence.
Was that your own invention?
Yeah.
If you check our YouTube channel, we've done it for a bit of action and dancing and stuff like that as well. But again, that innovation, thinking differently. I know it's difficult with the mask on, girls, but you do a great job. Okay, so thanks again. Give them a round of applause. And just to finish it off, we also have Sarah, who's going to read, who's in year 9. She can also read us a short story. Okay, Sarah. Sarah, just going to mic you up also.
The night was a stormy one, with thunder rumbling through the valleys and streaks of lightning striking the inky sky. I trudged into the swampy waters half-heartedly, the rain plunging down on me. There was legend of a monster in these moors, a blood-curdling creature that calls the murky mud home. It was said to have red, bloodshot eyes like windows into hell, and sickly taut skin tinted the palest green, with cuts and bruises all over it. Many thought it a myth, just an old wives' tale to scare the young children. But I have seen the faces of those who have encountered the monster. No old wives' tale could induce the striking horror I saw in their faces. The monster was real. They say the monster comes out of hiding on nights like these, lugs its brutish body into the swamps, and feasts on the strangers who cross his path. I have seen the monster. I've seen its unbridled black hair fight the wind. I've seen its putrid teeth with black voids in between. I've seen it trudge into the swampy waters half-heartedly. I've tasted the flesh in its mouth. I've been the monster, for I am the monster.
And Victoria, quite scary. I'm not too sure though, not to meet the monster. Hopefully you are not the monster. Okay? So that's a good thing. Okay? So that concludes our sort of a couple of student performances this morning, and just a short and sweet, like I said this morning, in terms of the celebration, the opening of our libraries. It would leave me without saying that I think really important to recognise a few key people as part of this journey. And we talked about this morning. We talked about our librarian staff, Dr. Loris, where's Loris now? Loris, Karen, and Soraya, who worked tirelessly over those breaks to get all the books in place and catalogue and all of those things in place, and they're doing a fantastic job. Thank you, ladies. But one of the things we don't see, some of the guys that are here 24/7, they've done the painting, they've put things in place. We were talking this morning about the outside and the gardening and stuff like that. You know, some of our groundsmen, our bus drivers that work tirelessly 24/7 to ensure that the school is a great environment for these young people. And that's what we're doing there. So can we give those guys that are not here today a big round of applause, please? And lastly, Mr. Williams mentioned this morning that without your vision, okay, without the support for the board, the investment, we wouldn't have these libraries, but importantly, we wouldn't have the right people, okay, and I'm talking about our students and I'm talking about our teachers. Every year, we spend a lot of time trying to make sure we get the right people in place to ensure that our schools continue to be successful. And successful for the right reasons, okay? To ensure that these young people that are sat here in front of us today, these are the ones that are going to make a difference to our world and are going to change the world. And we want to ensure that through our school and the learning that we have at Regent and Fortes, they are prepared to do that, and they will be successful in their own lives. So thank you everyone today for coming this morning, and we really appreciate all the support. But finally, Mr. McCartney, our founder, thank you so much for all your support, and please come and visit us for some of the other activities over the next few days. Okay. Have a great day everyone, thanks.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you guys.